Today, we'll explore how to create positive interactions during playtime with your child. In this episode, I'll share insights about child-centered play and essential skills needed to make it a wonderful experience. Child-directed play helps foster a warm relationship between you and your child, creating a reservoir of positive feedbacks and experiences that can be drawn upon during times of conflict. So, let's dive into the steps. First thing first, when you are playing with your child, it's all about positive vibes. One way to do that is by matching their pace. Don't rush them or push them. Kids need to practice things over and over to build confidence. So take it easy and be reflective in your responses. If your child says, "Look, I made a barn," you can simply say, "You made a barn." If they said, "I love playing with this car," you can say, "That's a super cool car to play with." Being reflective shows them that you are listening, accepting them, and it boosts communications. Next up, forget about being all strict with rules and stuff. It's not a competition. The goal of playtime is to let them to feel in control and powerful. Let them make up their own rules or change things up during the game to feel like a winner. And don't worry about them not learning to lose. They'll figure this out in other parts of life. By going along with their rules, you're more likely to get them to follow your rules in different situations. And don't forget to show enthusiasm, like saying, "Wow, that's awesome. I'm having a great time playing with you." Encourage your child's creativity and self-discovery. Instead of criticizing, give them props for their efforts. For example, if they draw a polar bear that's not white but bright green, you can say, "That's amazing. You have a green, beautiful polar bear." Find ways to support their ideas. Now, some parents might find all this praising stuff awkward at first, but don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. Praising your child won't spoil them or make them dependent on approval. In fact, children who get positive feedbacks are more likely to develop self-esteem and praise others too. You know, what goes around comes around. So make sure to appreciate something your child does every few minutes during playtime. Time for some pretend play. Yeah, some parents might feel silly to crawl on the floor or dress up, but it's important. Let your imagination run wild together. Turn chairs into houses and dolls into friends and family members. Pretending helps kids understand others' feelings and make them more empathetic. You can even imitate what your child does. If they say, "I'm putting this dog to the bed," you can say, "I'm putting the sister to the bed too." Imitation shows that you're liking their choices, teaches sharing and turn-taking, and encourages them to copy you later on. Here's a tip: ease up on the questions. I understand we all want to help the child to communicate better, but too many questions can backfire. It can make them defensive and quiet. Instead, show interest by describing what they are doing, like a sport broadcaster doing a play-by-play. That way, you model a speech and expand their vocabulary. So, say things like, "Now you're making a barn. Look at that colorful cumulus clouds on the sky." And the last, ending playtime, can be tough, especially when your child's having a blast, which is a good sign. Give them some transition time, about 5 minutes before you wrap up. Let them know it's almost time to finish. Set a timer so they can see how much time is left and stick to what you set. Try to ignore any protests or tantrums if they are disappointed. As your child gets used to knowing you'll play with them regularly and they'll have more chances to play with you, they'll get better at accepting it. Remember, all parents make mistakes, and that's totally okay. It's all part of a learning process. In a loving parent-child relationship, there is no permanent harm done. Your efforts to improve your parenting skills, even it's just baby steps, become a valuable lesson for your child. Well, that's the end of this episode. Thank you for tuning in. If you find it helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. I'm Mehraveh. I'll catch you later.